In MMA news, UFC fighter Paulo Costa recently went on a Twitter rant basically saying they don't really pay him enough. He's tired of his pay. Basically, Jake Paul and the Paul brothers put the battery in his back. Now he realizes he's not getting paid enough. So, if you look at his tweets, he says, UFC needs to pay me as main fighter to have fighting in main events. YouTubers are showing all disgrace on this business. And he also said, just to be clear, I never signed or locked up that contract. Why UFC announced this fight if I didn't sign? My question too. So essentially, he is not happy with his pay. He feels like UFC fighters are underpaid, specifically him. Supposedly had a fight announced for August 21st against Jared Cannonier, which is a great fight. I would have loved to see that fight. Two strikers with major power. That definitely would have been fun. But he's just not happy overall with his deal. He feels like he's not getting paid enough. And he wants to get paid more. I'm pretty sure everybody wants to get paid more. When we look at some of his salary, like going back to UFC 253, where he fought Israel Adesanya, he was paid a reported $350,000 to show. Now, I think that's a decent salary for a main event on a TV card, but we're talking about a pay-per-view event. This was definitely one of the bigger middleweight fights you can make at that time. I think that was a little bit underpaid as far as for a base salary. When you're fighting for the really one of the best fighters out there, you're fighting for a title fight on a pay-per-view card, I think that's worth at least $500,000 at minimum. Especially if you're a name, he probably should have got $750,000. He has a decent name, a decent following prior to that fight. Yeah, but I don't see the UFC really changing anything anytime soon because they make too much money. At the end of the day, there's always another fighter. They can spit you up and chew you out, and they'll find somebody else. There's always someone willing to fight for less. It's the UFC name and brand that counts. So as long as they're able to put on a couple of good, decent fights throughout the year, that will carry them through. And every so often, they do pay a little bit more for some guys. Right now, Paulo Costa is coming off a loss. They don't have to pay him more, Should they? Yeah, depending on the fight. I think the main event if he would have fought that main event, probably should have got a nice little check. But at the end of the day, they're not going to get paid the millions because it's not about the individual fighters. It's about the brand. So we'll see what's going to happen with Paulo Acosta. Is he going to be able to sit out? Because if he doesn't sign a contract to fight anybody, the UFC will just sit you out. It's not unique to him. Unless they all do it all at once, he's just going to get put on the sidelines like John Jones, and we're not going to really hear nothing about him except from his Twitter rants, unfortunately, unless people really come together and really take a stand and really fight for what they truly believe in. And really, it's the guys at the top that are not making any money. It's really the guys who are bringing in the cheddar. Like John Jones, I think definitely deserve a bigger bump to fight Ngannou. But I'll do another video on that. But when it comes to Paulo Costa, we'll see. I think he's going to have to sit on the sidelines for a while. Unless he's willing to take that pay cut. Let me know. How much do you think Paulo Costa is worth for a TV main event? Especially finding a beast like Jared Cannonier. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good one, fight fans. Peace.